The narrative unfolds with John Nash, a brilliant but socially awkward mathematician arriving at Princeton University in 1947. The setting is immediately clear, bypassing introductions and title cards. His extraordinary intellect is noted by a faculty member who emphasizes mathematics' pivotal role in shaping world events and combating global communism, a statement that sets the ideological stage for the story ahead. The viewer can sense the tension in the Cold War atmosphere. Nash, while intelligent, is struggling with the social pressures of the university environment, where the stakes are high to achieve groundbreaking results. It's a tense time to enter the academic world. The episode then moves to an outdoor gathering where we are introduced to more of Nash's fellow students. A group of men who all seem to have big plans for the future. They speak about their ambition, revealing personal conflicts and their drive for success. An exciting introduction to the upcoming drama. The review then moves to the main narrative, a series of events that shows how Nash struggles with his identity, his perception of reality, and his place in the world. The story ends with Nash alone in a dimly lit room, surrounded by all of his books and papers, suggesting that he struggles to balance a sense of brilliant mind and its cost. He finds a hidden message that shows him what his path forward would be. It's a somber note to leave the viewer with. The review finishes with the reveal that Nash is about to take on a new challenge with implications far beyond just academia, and enters a world of espionage and danger where his mind can be an incredible advantage or disadvantage. It emphasizes the idea of his mind being both his greatest asset and a challenge that he struggles to grasp. A compelling note to end this part of his story on. John Nash's life has taken a dramatic and confusing turn. He's not sure what's real or what isn't, as a government assignment quickly morphs into a chaotic spiral, sending him down paths where he can't even tell who are friends or foes. He hides messages within newspaper ads, searching for secret codes, marking out what could be a path to help him understand his world. All of this searching ends up with his personal life being completely upended. He tries to explain to Alicia what is happening, but the weight of it all, the weight of what he thinks he is uncovering, is simply too heavy. He's taken to a mental hospital as he struggles with these new realities. Alicia struggles with not knowing how to help as she visits, trying desperately to reach the man she fell in love with. She sees his mind is lost, but even though everything has changed, her love hasn't. She searches for clues, wondering if his paranoia is real. She finally goes to his office and finds all of this research he's done. This mountain of newspaper clippings, pictures, and secret codes. She has the horrible realization that he may not be as bad as they say that he is. John's friends try to save him, but in the end, only Alicia can lead him out of the darkness. As Nash sits in that stark room, he reflects on the people in his life and asks the question that he can't seem to find an answer to what is real. He sees the answer in Alicia, in a beautiful, life-affirming moment. The film ends with his return to Princeton, a place where he is comfortable. We leave him finally in an auditorium, sharing his amazing mind, his insights and his story with those who are equally brilliant or want to be. As night falls, John Nash is still at his desk, the papers strewn around him a testament to his tireless work. His wife, Alicia, leaves him to his thoughts, heading to bed. He looks back at his work, and something catches his eye, a strange pattern of symbols emerging from a newspaper article. He pulls out a drawer where a small painting is concealed with his medications. He pops a few of the pills, washes them down with water, and looks again at the newspaper, his eyes frantically connecting the letters into a new sequence. Suddenly, he is out in the woods, the shadowy figures of his associates appearing from the darkness. As they approach, he vehemently denies their reality, shouting, "You're not real," a desperate attempt to break free. Parcher appears, marking him, and the figures force him towards an old garage in the woods, now dimly illuminated by hanging lamps. Inside, it's a strange scene, with one of the men working some kind of old radio while another studies a large map. A strange device appears to be in operation. John's associates tell him to keep a low profile to evade those searching for him. John, now in a more compliant state, agrees that it's time to get back to work as the bomb is now in position in the US. Suddenly, John Nash is home again, carrying his sleeping baby daughter down the staircase, Alicia following right behind with a laundry basket. She remarks that a storm is coming and that she needs to grab the laundry, then quickly walks out, disappearing through the back door. Nash takes the baby upstairs, leaving him alone again. In the backyard, his associates are there, waiting and urging him into the night woods. They tell him they are with him and not the government or Alicia's, they are his. John is running through the dark trees, disoriented and lost, as his associates surround him. Nash insists again that they are not real. He sees them aiming their weapons at him, then another emerges from the shadows. It's Parcher and his men, the very same figures from before, looking to John and demanding he return to work, that the bomb is in place. Nash flees the imaginary threat and is now at the dinner table with his wife and Dr. Rosen, his psychologist. John seems agitated at dinner, and Alicia tells him again how to find himself, inside in his own mind, his own thoughts. But John is scared he will go back to the delusion and wants to be real for Alicia and their child. He is desperate to be real and wants to reject the madness that has haunted him for a long time. He gets up and leaves the house, distraught. Suddenly, in his mind and out on the campus, it's now 1978. He sees Parcher and his associates waiting for him, the same figures as before. John, as if in a nightmare, rejects their reality, finally realizing the figures are nothing but apparitions. He declares them not real as he walks away. Parcher remarks, "I don't think I would go that way, John." The scene shifts, and now John Nash is in his office on the Princeton campus. It's the late 90s, and his old friend Martin and wife are with him. Martin is now the provost, having come to tell Nash about his Nobel Prize nomination. They discuss the award's need for private funding, and John is left alone. Looking out of the window, he sees a young girl playing with jacks on the floor. Time moves on, and now the younger John is riding a bicycle in circles, forming the infinity symbol, his symbol, as it appears on a blackboard. And now the older man looks at it, the symbol that has followed him through so much confusion. The camera pans out on the faces of the three. They are now at the awards ceremony. John is receiving the Nobel Prize in Stockholm for his work. His wife Alicia watches him from the crowd with tears in her eyes. Dr. Rosen, his longtime therapist, sits next to her with a small smile. On stage, older John, as an accomplished academic, receives his award and expresses his journey with the words, "I have made the most important discovery of my life. Only in the mysterious equations of love can any logic or reasons be found." He then takes a moment to acknowledge Alicia. The movie ends with a description of their lives as a couple after his Nobel Prize. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.